all of the special economic zones and their occupants and developers. That's why we took the initiative to host conferences such as these, so that we might educate, regulate, and facilitate that knowledge transfer within the zones. So, today we have a series of presentations for you, and each of them shall be more interactive than the last. And we encourage everyone to take notes and participate. At the end of today, you should be experts within SEZ regime. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask any of us at the head table here, or any of the members who have the JASEZA logo on their shirt, because we came here to ensure that we satisfy all of your needs. All right? So, I want to welcome all of our partners that we have, the Jamaica Customs Agency, the Tax Administration of Jamaica, and everyone else who is still on their way here. We thank you, and we do welcome you, and we look forward to having a wonderful day. I acknowledge many of the developers who are here in the room, and the occupants as well. Again, please feel free to introduce yourselves. We will have team members who will be going around and speaking to the various occupants and developers. So we want to build that linkage here as much as possible, because when it is that you call the authority, we want you to know who it is that you're speaking to. We want you to know the position that you're speaking to and who it is can solve the issue that you have. So the Special Economic Zone regime was one that was created for the purpose of creating economic growth through job creation, which is why we seek to spur the growth of the zones as best as possible. Our first presenter will be speaking on SEZ today, and he'll speak on the landscape of the Special Economic Zone and how it is that we came to be and how it is that we can move going forward. Our first presenter is the CEO of JASEZA. He is Dr. Eric Deans. So a little bit about Professor Deans. Professor Deans. He is the chairman of the Jamaica Logistics Hub Task Force and, of course, is Chief Executive Officer of the Jamaica Special Economic Zone Authority. Dr. Deans is the principal architect of the Jamaica Global Logistics Hub Initiative. So if there's a question to be asked, he has the answer to. Dr. Deans is a member of the core implementation team of the Jamaica Gansu project, Industrial Park, and the Special Economic Zone. And he's also a member of the Caymanas SEZ Enterprise team. He's a former member of the board of directors of the Kingston Free Zone, Montego Bay Free Zone Board, Kingston Container Terminal Privatization Enterprise, Caymanas Economic Zone Enterprise, and of course, deputy chairman of the advisory board for the Jamaica Customs Agency. And he also serves as the Registrar General of the Jamaica Ship Registry. And in addition to all these positions of authority as director and chairman, he also wishes to impart knowledge as he seeks to build the nation through giving his service as an associate professor at the Caribbean Maritime University. So, without further ado, please help me welcome Professor Eric Deans.
Thank you, Siobhan. Good morning. It's such a pleasure to be in Montego Bay. And when I come to Montego Bay, it reminds me of the tagline that we have taken on now when we go overseas, and that is doing business in paradise. I mean, just looking outside and seeing, I mean, in Toronto, it's -17 today. You know, they'd love to be here in our place, and what we call doing business, they'll say, this is not business, this is pleasure. I'm going to be talking to you today about the Special Economic Zone regime, the journey that we have been through, where we're coming from, what we found, and later this evening, in my closing remarks, I'll talk about where we're going. As you know, the Special Economic Zone regime came about to replace the Free Zone Act. So the SEZ Act was passed in 2016, and there was a 4-year period in which the existing zones were allowed to transition. But it wasn't a very, a task that was without some challenges. We collected from our parent ministry at the time a lot of incomplete files on the existing zones, and as such we had to do a very comprehensive audit. We had to do site visits to verify, because some of the entities which were supposed to have been free zones, when you went to some locations, it was a vacant lot, or it was supposed to be the 10th floor, and when you went to the building only had 7 floors. So there was a lot of issues that we had to tidy up. Through the process, we worked very closely with our colleagues at Customs and Tax Admin, and we started with a total of about 220 locations, and after we did all of the audits and gap analysis and so on, we ended up with about 126. So approximately 100 entities were literally removed from the inventory. We wanted to ensure that going forward, we were utilizing technology, so we ensured that all of these locations were mapped electronically on our GIS system, so that all the data and information can constantly be updated and tracked electronically. Simultaneously, with the new act, we ensured that there were a range of safety, security, and other issues which were addressed. And this is an effort that we constantly do. And you will see, you'll be, from time to time, getting visits from our team members who will be there to work with you, to assist you in any gaps that are there. Now, many